was a week high. Hi, this is Saturday, and welcome to the powder room. Woohoo!
Woo!
Yay! Right, it's Saturday alive, so you're vibrant. You have to, be how to say it, be joyful, and you're alive for another day. So I always start off the program of thanking God to be alive for another day, because we didn't bound to be here and many people are not here. So we just have to be thankful for what God is doing and for all his goodness. We have to be thankful. All right. So how are you? How have you been? How was your week? Did you get goals achieved? Did you do something new? Did you attend an event? Did you acquire something that you were working on and you get to finish it, and it's fruitful, and what happened? I would like to know in the comments. I would like you all to comment and let me know how was the week, how was going to work, or whatever you had in store to do, that it was accomplished and you got through the day doing it fine, doing it without any hiccups, doing it with grace, with love, with, productivity, and, it was able to finish whatever project you were working on, whatever was that goal you wanted to achieve. Did you achieve it? Was it good? So let me know in the comments how you did. All right. My week was fine. Well, as I said, I work in a school, and right now it's kind of quiet because there is no school. Graduation has happened. So all the fun and excitement is gone. So it's just quiet. And these are the moments that you like. You just want to be quiet in your mind, to think, to rejuvenate, to just have that mindset to think of ideas, think of different things that can, happen for the next month or two, or whatever is, your plan. So I use this time to really think about where is my next goal, or where am I going next? Where am I, what new stuff I'll be coming up with, what new artwork, what new writing, what new goals I want to achieve for the next month or two, and sometimes you just need that little quiet time to think, to rejuvenate, as they say, woosah, woosah, to just breathe, because sometimes our lives get so hectic and we tend to forget ourselves in the process, forget that we have to take care of ourselves. We have to be rejuvenated. We have to be good, because people are counting on us. And we have to count on ourselves too. We have to count ourselves that we are needed. We are needed somewhere. Even in our own personal space, we are needed, because there is always something for us to do. It may not be for someone, but it may be for yourself, to bring out that better you, So these are the things you consider, and these are the time that you would need to look at the different aspects of your life, look at different aspects of where you're going, where you're heading, what are you pursuing, how are you moving forward. So these are the things you would look at in your quiet time. So I take this time to look at the different aspects of my goals and my aspirations and what I want to do. So it's quiet at the school, and I do what I do. I have to, I have work to do. So I do my work, and sometimes in between, if an idea come, I write it down. That's the next thing. Have a pen and paper, because many times ideas come in our mindset. Many times thoughts, many times goals. Something will be like a light bulb in your head, and you would say, okay, this is it. Then you might get distracted by a phone call. Then you might get distracted by somebody coming and talk, and all of a sudden that idea gone. And it happens to me. It happens to me a few times, well, because I will get a heading for a writing or a poem or something, and it will be fresh in my mind. And then all of a sudden, boom, just like that, it's like, poof, it disappears. And I cannot remember what was the heading for that poem. It's just like art. I will get that fresh in my head, then poof, it goes. So we always have to have pen and paper to write down what is our next step. What are we going into, or how are we moving on forward? So I wrote a poem on the next, right? And it's really dealing with, where are you going? What is your next step? How are you going to move forward in the next, right? The next could be anything. The next can be a job interview. It can be a goal, a certain goal you want to achieve. It could be a graduation. It could be traveling to a certain country. It could be earning some extra money or a new job, or getting married, or having a baby. Whatever is your next and whatever is your goal, where are you going? So you could write in the comments, what is your next? What do you plan to do? I would like to hear from you. I'd like to hear, what aspirations, what dream, what goal, what it is that you have as your next. And it's to pursue it. Don't just say, okay, this is my next, and you leave it there, So you just have to pursue that next. Okay, so I'm going to read this poem that I wrote about the next, and it's just a short poem, and then I will be dwelling on the next. Okay, so it goes like this. The next. It's the next thing, the next big thing. What is the next? How can you see it? But it's there somewhere. It's fate believing on that next. The next goal, the next open door, the next victory, the next step. It's just a next to the next to the next. It sings in your spirit. The next gives you that drive to go. It gives you that zeal to push. It's like running that race to the finish line. It's from kindergarten to high school, and then to college, and then you graduate. The next big thing is coming. You don't see it? It's right there. Look good. Look very good. You see it now? It right next to you. It right inside of you. And it's coming next to a mindset near you. So this is it was just a short piece. And like I said, it's your next. It's your next goal, your next aspiration, your next dream, What is your next? I'm asking you that now. How do you see yourself pushing forward, like 2 years from now, a year from now, 2 years, 3 years? How do you see your next happening? What is your steps to achieve that next? My next is, let me see. My next is being able to put my paintings on walls. That is my next steps. All my artwork, that I said is creatively come from my head. I want to see it on the wall. You understand? And I already getting the vision of it. I'm already seeing it. So I just have to move to the next level, your next outcome. You understand? I also see myself doing, like the writing part of things, Well, it already started because I've already been performing my poetry in front of audience. And this was a vision I had for years. I always used to see this vision with me in front of a podium, speaking on a mic, well-dressed, just talking. And I said, sometimes you're in a situation and you're getting these vision and these little aspiration, and you say, but where the hell that come from? Because you know your situation now, you're not seeing that nowhere in your plate. You're not seeing that registering nowhere. So it's like, but I get in this vision. But where, how am I going to reach there? And it takes a lot of prayers and determination and perseverance to keep going, to just keep going and going and going, because there I am seeing myself speaking, and I'm getting this vision for years. And it really came to pass. It really came to pass. I was a little shivery and like, like if I am feeling cold or something, but nervous, anxiety, bubbles in my stomach, want to run in the toilet, all kind of thing coming to happen because I had to face the crowd. Sometimes it still happens, but it's not as severe as before. I will have to be telling myself, keep calm, keep calm, keep calm, keep calm. Breathe, breathe, just breathe. Relax, relax. I just had to be talking to myself while I'm sitting down in my seat before they call the next person Liselle Powder, And sometimes we face that anxiety and that fear of speaking in public in front of people. You understand? So that would be your next challenge. My next challenge is not to feel like that. Even if I feel a little thing, not to show it. Just go and perform. Just do it. Look straight above the crowd. That's what I always do. So even if your eye glance at the crowd, you don't focus on the crowd. You just raise your eyes above the crowd. So that helps in a little way, because it kind of ease the anxiety, ease the stress, ease the bubbling in the stomach and all these, things that we get when we have anxiety and stuff. And we tend to, perform very well when we do that. Some people went through a lot of that before they could be perfected, before it really registered, And so what is the next? What is your next? Your next big thing. You're working on something. And the thing about it is we tend to get distracted. We tend to get distracted because we might be focusing on doing the project, doing whatever, and then we might get a call. That call might be very urgent. That call might be serious. Or then somebody, having a conversation that is very important too, and we tend to get distracted and lost. So we always have to have that mindset to be focused on our next. Because if we don't build our next, who will do it for us? Who will carry us to that next step? Well, you will have your friends encouraging you to keep going, to keep pushing, but you have to do it too. You have to always remind yourself, hey, I want to achieve this next. I don't know how this outcome is. I don't know what is going to happen, but I am working on it to go to the next level, go to the next. So sometimes when you think you reach this next, you will say, but wait, this next is not enough. I need to go to a next. You need to go higher. And when you reach that height, you say, nah, this is still not enough. You need to go a little more higher. You understand? So the next always carries you to the next and to the next and to the next until you reach where you are going. You understand? So you always have to be having that mindset, having that, how to say, perseverance, that, strong will, that, to keep going and to always be focused, You try and plan it out, map it out, however you do it, however you want to see your next going, you just continue focusing on that next. All right? And don't let nothing distract you from it. Don't let nothing come in between, because let me tell you something, it have a lot of hurdles and distractions that will come just to sidetrack you and make you believe that you You know, what are you doing that for? And you know the enemy good at that, eh? So you should know his tactics. He can use people, he can use your job, he can use friends, he can use children, he can use anybody or anything just to distract you from going towards your next. He can use these things, and it comes in such a subtle way. You understand? Because it will be something very important that you need to do. You understand? And you always have to be having your mindset on, having, be mindful of how you carry about yourself in doing things to help somebody to take a call, whatever it is, the distraction. You always have to know, bring yourself back to know that you are working on your next. You always have to bring yourself back to say, I am working on my next. You understand? I wasn't always a next person. Let me tell you that. I was very laid back. I would get the visions, I would get the dreams, and I just saying, boy, me and owner, me, ha! I could see myself doing that. I didn't know about that. Nah? I really and truly don't know about that. And so I would leave it, and it will come again. The vision, the dream, it will come again. And I say, why only keep getting away? What's going on? I don't see myself doing this. I don't see myself going forward in this way. And I would just be like, just normal, going about my life. But let me tell you something, it never gives up coming into your mental being, what you're supposed to do to reach your next level. It will be like, like a favorite food that you want, a favorite something that you desire. That is to tell you how the goal and the vision just come so fast in your mind. It will keep coming until you start, until you take that step, that leap of faith to say to yourself, hey, I have to get this done. And I'm sure many of you could attest to that. You weren't always that way. You wasn't always, you get the vision, whatever you get to do, and you say, I don't have time for that now. I don't know how I get in that now. Oh God, you start to hold your head, you start to bawl. Oh God, you start to cry for mommy and daddy. You start to cry, you start to whimper. You start to say, Lord, how are you sending me this thing? I don't see myself doing that. And all kind of excuse will come up. I was like that. And I would stoop and go about myself doing what I want, But until that vision start to manifest, until it start to plague you like a, like a parasite and hook onto you, you understand? Then you will have to see yourself coming in and saying, like I really did, like this is serious business. I really have to start working on this thing. You understand? And you just start taking the steps. You start taking the steps. You start to move in motion. Yay! You start to take the step to move forward into your goal and your dream and your vision. And you start to, see the big picture of everything. And then you say, oh, you're saying, oh, because now you're seeing the big picture of everything, and everything is coming into fruition. Everything is coming like a light bulb. Everything just sparkling in your mind, sparkling in your head. You understand? And it takes a lot of prayers too, huh? A lot of prayers for God to just show you how to navigate your way, how to navigate your path. Just ask him and he will guide you through. He will show you where the next is. He will take you to that next level, that next job opportunity, that next graduation, that next marriage, whatever it is. You want to have kids, that next, the process of getting kids. Some people, they can't have kids, and they may not have any, and they want to do other things to get kids. And some people give up, some people go through with it, and they say, okay, this is what it entails. Okay, I'll give it a try. And sometimes you think you have one child, you end up with 6. You understand? Or 8, So it was like, wow, what the hell just happened here? I just want one child and I get maybe 8 or 6 or whatever the amount you get. So it always takes a next of doing something, a next greatest joy of reaching where you want to go. Am I where I am supposed to be? No, I'm not. I know there are so many more next I have to go through. And sometimes with the next, while you're trying to reach that next, tragedy happens. It may not be what you expect. Sometimes you may lose your job. Sometimes a death in the family. It is always something that kind of set you back a bit. But even if you do get set back, don't settle. Don't just say, okay, that's it for my next. Try and pick it back up and run with it. Pick it back up and go to that next level of the next. Whatever the next is. You may be set back for a while. It may take you a while. Hey, and this is another thing. Let me tell you something. Don't let nobody tell you that you cannot do something. Don't let nobody bring you down because you're now getting your next. You're now reaching your next. You understand? No matter how long it takes, you still persevere and still go through. Because people will always talk. People will always have something to say. They will always have something to say. You know, and you can't let the noise, you know, like the cymbals and the thing, it's like that. You know, you can't let that disturb your ears. You can't let that, you shut out the noise. Just shut it out and just focus on you. No matter how long it's going to take you to get to your next, still pursue it. Still pursue it. Because people will always talk, you going and do that? Who you think you is? Who you think you is? You going and do that? Hey, all here now. Look, so and so go and do this. Look, who you think who you think he is? Who she thinks she is? That is how the gossip and the talk and the lackery and all this bacchanal has happened. People start to talk and laugh at you because you have a dream and a purpose to pursue your next. And them laughing and talking about you. That is like the noise. You have to shut it out completely, and continue pursuing your next, continue pursuing your goal. Let people laugh. Hey, you feel they don't laugh at me and talk about me? But I don't care. I don't, because I get so much stronger in my belief now that I don't have time. I don't have time for tinkling cymbals. No, I don't. And you have to bring yourself to that place of not worrying and studying what people say about you. You cannot afford that. You have a purpose and a vision and an aim and a next. So that is what you're focusing on. No matter how long it will take you to get to your next, just do it. Just do what it takes to get to your next. You have setbacks, you have flaws, whatever. Even if you're setback, whatever, you fall down, you get back up and keep going. You feel I don't have setbacks, you feel I don't fall down, but I'm not going to let that keep me down because my mind and my spirit and my voice just starting to get stronger. You understand? And I start to use it because I wasn't like that before. I was very afraid. When people tell me things, I take it on to heart, but now I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I have to bring myself to that place of understanding who I am in him, because he gave all of us a voice. He gave all of us a voice to use it and speak affirmations, speak the blessings over our lives. Right? So we have to use our voice to speak that positive affirmations over our body. over our lives, our mindset, because here is where the battle is, in the mind. So we have to focus, restructure that mind to bring it into fruition of what it is we want to say, what it is we want to speak. It's not always easy, but you got to keep trying at it. You got to keep building that faith, building that mindset. Because out of what is here comes through here, and it comes in your heart. And that is how you feel bitter, angry, and all these emotions, you know? So in order to move to that next, you just have to keep focusing, keep speaking, keep working at it. No matter how long it takes you, let the crowd laugh, let the people laugh, let them laugh. You know where you're going. Do they know where they are going? And you don't have to study where they are going. You study you, right? If you feel you could give advice on the wayside, of course, right? But make sure you focus on your next. Make sure you know where you're going with your next. Make sure that you're headstrong and you're looking at your next. You're seeing it there in the vision. You're seeing it there, right? And always have that mindset to keep strong, to keep going, to keep persevering, keep praying, keep asking God, show you, give you the vision, the dream, whatever, to show you, to keep going to your next. No matter how long it takes, let people laugh. When they see the end results, then they'll be like, oh, that is shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, let them say that. Let them open their eyes big. Let them see you bright and shining and excelling. You understand? Let them see where you came from and where you are now. All right? So remember to always have that next in line, that next step, next dream, next job, whatever it is, that next, going to your next, going to your next, right? So that is the word for today, to make sure and go to your next, right? When you reach that next, it's not enough. You go to the next, and the next, and you keep going until you build. You keep going until you build what you want for yourself. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it is, you will get there. Don't study the laughing crowd. Don't study the laughing crowd. All right? So, and it wasn't supposed to be all I decided to say, but somehow, like, it had to come out. Somehow it had to come out, because a lot of people afraid for the next. You know, don't be afraid of your next. Continue dwelling on it and building it to reach somewhere. The people laugh at you and say, ha, you're not going to do that. I did that already. So what? So what? It's my turn now. Everything happens in time. Everything happens for a reason. God's time is perfect time. So don't matter how long it takes, or you just it happened to happen now and all this. Don't study that. That was the time for it to happen. That was the time for it to come into fruition. That is your next. So keep pushing on your next. Okay? Right. So with that said, I just want to make an announcement. I will be having the Powder Room show on Saturdays, but it will be a little different. It won't be on the platform and all the fancy stuff and thing. I'm so thankful for Christopher for the time that I've worked with him to bring this Powder Room show with the Voice 1704, and it's a radio station in Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. And I'm so grateful for the connection we had. But you know, sometimes you just need to move forward and get things done in a different light. I will be having it same 11:30 to 12, or maybe a little over the 12, but it will be on Facebook Live. So I'll be going on Facebook Live from next Saturday, and we will see how it goes. Okay. If you want to be interested in my art, it's Powder Room Arts on Instagram. You can go there, look and see what you like. DM message me if you're interested in the artwork. If you want me to recite poems, just DM message me and you will be able to contact me. And my name is Liselle Powder. Father God, I thank you for this moment. I thank you for this time, for the season of Powder Room, and we still be moving forward. Thankful for Christopher and all that he has done for this program. Continue to bless him and his family. Continue to bless the audience, all who are watching. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for this moment, Lord, and we're thankful for everything that you have done for us. Okay, audience, so on this note, take care. Don't forget your next, and keep pushing forward. Yay!
I
Bye.
must say, I must say before you go, Lizelle, you have been such a blessing and an asset to our community-based platform, and
Thank
also
you.
to Nathaniel Gadsden's Writers Workshop. We wish you nothing but the best, and we're here, and we're going to still help spread the word of love. Again, keep us updated with anything that you're going to do as far as coming to PA with your artwork, with your
Yes.
spoken word. We'll make sure we help disseminate that information throughout the community. So heaven's best to you, and nothing but success for everything that you set your hand to do. And God's going to even do greater things. Praise
Yes.
God, because He's going to the
Amen.
Father. So be encouraged. He's not
Yes.
done with any of us yet. We love you with the love of the Lord. Stay in touch.
Yes.
Woo!
I will miss that. I was still trying to do it though. Woo!
All's well, all's well, all's well. Praise God.
All right.